Everybody's good to learn the same thing that we were doing yesterday. And then coming Wednesday, we're going to get into virtualization. Um, for today, we're going to learn about the file system commands. We looked at the directory structure yesterday and the file system. Basically, when you install a fresh Linux on any machine, you get a bunch of directories under root, right? And we discussed every single directory, pretty much all the very critical ones. We talked about the slash boot, which has the booting files. We talked about the bin. What's the bin directory for? I want you guys to give me my answers. The slash bin directory holds what? Common commands, average commands, binaries. I like the word you guys use, binary. And what's the slash sbin for? Slash sbin is system binary. Binary and a command is the same thing, okay? So either you say binary or you say command. Both are fine. But when you say there are system binaries and regular binaries, you sound like you're a computer whiz. You know what you're talking about. So let's fix your lingo. Okay, very good. The slash home directory contains what? Quickly, slash home directory. And everybody's saying users. Users home directories. Every single person that logs into Linux box, by default, they get a home directory. Okay. This is the directory when you log in, you are placed into that directory. I want you to take a moment over here and tell me the command which will show you your present working directory. Talk to me over here. Don't type on the terminal. Talk to me over here. And now in your present working directory, you want to list the contents. You want to see what's in that directory. Beautiful. Excellent. Now, slash home contains users' home directories. Beautiful. All of these directories that you're interacting with, where are they physically located? Where are they stored? Where are they stored on your system? On your system. You have a system, right? But there you go. Musharraf, good job. They are stored on a hard drive. These directories are stored on a hard drive. That's the component on your server that we talked about, okay? Very good. Now, here, I will give you a question over here. You guys will give me answers over here. Okay, let's start with this. This is the base directory. Underneath this directory, we have a bunch of other directories. We have bin. By the way, what is the boot directory for? Home. We got temp. We got var. We got sbin. Those are booting files. Booting files. Of course, you guys cannot see it because I didn't share my screen yet, but thank you for reminding me to share my screen with you guys. All right, let's do this. Booting files, great. So we have this file system over here, our directory structure, whatever you want to call it, directory, file system actually. Everything starts from here. And then underneath this directory, you have a bunch of these directories. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to create a directory. By creating this box, I want to show you that this is a directory, not a file. And today we're also going to learn that how do you differentiate between a file and a directory. So if I'm over here, My username is John. Let's just say for 1 second. My boss at AT&T, he was a Persian guy. He was the CTO. And I remember he used to call me John. John, Jon. I said John. I said John. That's like a respectful way of calling people. And we were very close. So I'm over here. This is John's home directory. And John has a bunch of directories in under this directory. John has a class directory. John has a project directory. John has a Red Hat directory. John has, give me the name of directory, guys. Linux. And John has a directory name stuff. Okay. Now, let me give you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario over here. And then you guys are going to tell me how to do this. When John, first of all, John wants to find out, number one task, John wants to find out what directory he's in. What is he going to do? He's going to type pwd. Very good. Second thing, John wants to find out what is in his current directory. How does he see all the contents over here? ls command. ls will give you all the contents. What would John see what you see over here? Would John see bin, boot, home, temp? Or would John see John over there? Or would John see class, project, Red Hat, stuff, Linux? Which one? There you go. Talha, you're on point. Anybody that says home is wrong. Anybody that says class, project, Red Hat, and stuff and Linux is on point. Very good. Now, John is present working directory is /home/John. He's sitting over here right now. Okay? And John wants to go to this directory over here. What is John going to do now, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me in steps. The current working directory is this /home/John. So what is he going to do? There are two ways to do this, ladies and gentlemen. There are two ways to do this. Some of you are absolutely right. No matter what, if he wants to go to sbin, and the sbin starts from the root over here, the slash, then he can simply come over here and simply type sbin. Correct? That's one way. The other one would be cd space dot, which would put John right here from John into home. And then one more cd dot would put him right over here at root right here. And then he can do cd sbin. Okay? That's a longer way. So let me show you what I mean by that. I type ls over here. Let's just assume I am John. I am over here now. pwd /home/Asad. I want to go to the sbin. So first I have to get out of this directory and come over here. So how do I do that? One step above, go back one step. Go from here to here. You always use the command cd because that's change directory, and then dot. Very good. Now pwd, I'm in home. But the directory I want to go to is under this root, this slash. So it's one step above. So I go one step above again. And then I type pwd again, and I see slash. And now I can type ls. Do I see sbin over here? Yeah, right here, sbin. So I'm going to say cd sbin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I check I'm in sbin. If I knew the absolute path, absolute means like the full path, I can always type it in and it will always take me to where I want to go. Make sense? Go back here, clear my screen. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about which one would I prefer. It really depends. It really depends. One is called relative path. This one going manually one by one. CD. Now let's see over here. PWD. CD dot dot. I'm using, this is called relative path. You don't have to remember this right now. And then if I simply say slash sbin, where I'm specifying where I'm going, this is called absolute path. Absolute path. And while I was working at AT&T, another story time over here. I know some of you guys hate my stories. When I was working at AT&T, they hired a new young man, okay, who had listed on his resume he had 5 years of experience. And when he started working, and this manager asked him to run some commands. He was on the command line and he was sharing screen. And manager goes, can you use the absolute path to go to this directory? He did not know what the absolute path was. Like, he did not know the term absolute. And the manager goes, okay, that's okay. You can stop working now. And then he called him into his office and he said, how is it that you don't know the absolute path and the relative path, which is very, very, very elementary stuff? And then he had him leave his job, honestly speaking. Therefore, at Linux, we're going to make your life a little bit hell, but we're going to make you so capable that you will be solving complex problems at work. You will be walking with your head high because I know what it takes. I've been on interview panels. I know what they're looking for. And I've been on the job site and I have heard way too many stories. So I know how to equip you with that knowledge and with that confidence that you need to survive in the industry. And if you look at the success ratio at Linux, number of people getting fired is what? Maybe less than 5% about all the people that I have taught so far. And even those people, I knew they were going to fail because they did not take the course seriously. This 6 months, everybody was telling you yesterday alone, they were ending on this note. You got to be committed to this. 6 months will get you a 6-figure salary. There's no question about it. There's no doubt about it. But you got to be committed. 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours daily, discipline, your life will be good. And you will be super good at the command line. And this is all hands-on stuff. If you don't practice daily, you're going to lose it. I cannot stress enough on this, okay? So another thing, if you come to me and I ask you a question on a one-on-one meeting, hey, do you have time daily, an hour to 2 hours? No, Asad bhai, I have work and I have family. And yeah, I can pull off an hour. I can pull off 30 minutes. I'm going to be like, brother, thank you so much. I don't need you. Go do something else with your life. This is not going to work out for you. This is the kind of person I am. Very straightforward. And I'm willing to say no to you if I find you not good fit for my program. Nobody's going to do that to you. Everybody's looking for your money. I'm not. The reason is the real money I make is when you get the job. Otherwise, $6,000, say $1,000 per month for 6 months, barely pays the bills. I could easily be working for a Fortune 150, could be easily making $400,000. With my experience, I gave it up. And my business partner and all the people that are working with me, working around the clock, 24/7. It's a nonstop cycle. This is the life we chose because we want to make sure that we give back somehow. Even today, with the price that you're going to pay, if you get the quality education and if you get the direction in life, the guidance, the motivation, and the real skills, it's a good deal. It's excellent deal because there's too much noise outside. There's Udemy, there's YouTube, there's people showing up on Instagram and TikTok selling you every goddamn thing that they can. But nobody's willing to give you 4 free weeks to sit down and teach you what you will be learning in 6 months. Nobody has that guts to do that. Okay? Nobody has guts to do that. I'm the only one that take this risk because I know this platform and what we are capable of. And I don't want to take anybody with me that does not understand what I am teaching them. I am not willing to take you if you're not understanding what I'm teaching you over here because your brain, is not structured for this type of stuff. But I want to tell you one thing. Don't be too quick to judge this because this will take time to sink into your brain. As long as you are a little bit curious, you want to know, you're not afraid. I had one kid that showed up in my class, the second class that I did it ever. And he said, listen, I didn't come for a job. I don't want a job or anything like that. I just want to know what the hell they type in this black screen. And what do they do? These IT people. And he was straight out of village. A kid straight out of village, living here, driving taxi. I said, no, I don't entertain people who do not want jobs. This is a job placement program. He's like, please, out of curiosity. And he said, only one thing, whenever you're teaching, 1 or 2 sentences in Punjabi whenever you teach. I was like, bro, what are you talking about? He's like, language barrier, Paji, I was like, okay, man, this is tough, but I'm going to do it. Right? So I did it. It turns out that kid was a kid number 1 in my class. He knew everything. We were stuck on one issue for like 4 or 5 hours. And even I was not able to figure it out what's going on. He sat through that damn issue for 6, 7 hours. And then he called me. He said, I figured it out. What was wrong? And then he told me everything. And I told him, I said, you're super good. Wherever you go, you would excel. Let me get you a job. He's like, no. I'm happy driving yellow cab. I'm perfectly fine. Okay. So some people are curious. If you're that curious, you're going to do amazingly good. So let's go over here. We got our sbin over here. And now let's go to the home directory and let's work on these commands today. I want to cover these commands. mkdir. Let's take a look at this command. So mkdir will create new directory for you. Directory. In any directory, as long as you have permissions to create directory. Okay? As long as you have permissions to create directories. So first of all, we're going to find out how to tell whether this is a file or a directory. How many of you already know how to differentiate between file and a directory? When you go into any directory, right over here, and I type ls over here, How do you know which one of this is a file, which one of this is a directory? And blue and white, I don't know. I don't understand colors, folks. I swear to God, I don't understand colors. Touch, let's create a file over here. File. So I gave you a command, touch. Touch will create a 0-byte file. Okay. And if you type ls over here, you see the file is created now. So we know there are two different colors, white and blue. Okay. The white seems to be a file and the blue seems to be a directory. I don't know. How do you know this is a directory? Well, you cd into it and you find out, well, that's not the right way to do it. The right way is you have to use the flag. You type ls over here and then you type dash, which means now I'm using options with this command. And the options are A and L. And A, basically this option means show me hidden files. Show me the hidden files in the directory as well. Hidden files. And L means long listing. Show me all the details. So let's come back over here on the command line and let's type over here ls dash, you can say dash or you can say hyphen dash al. And what are these two things called? They are called flags. They are flag. So every command, flag. Every command has a lot of flags. And how do I know all of their flags? What does a flag means? Option. Every command has a lot of functionality. In order for to use their functionality, different options, you can use the command man. So let's type over here, man ls. Man stands for the manual pages. Man stands for the manual pages. Thank you, Abdul. You're helping me a lot today. Man pages. So let's see over here. You come over here. Okay. Man ls. And the way you get out of the ls command is press Q. Press Q. The command is man ls. And when you come over here, it shows you right over here. I'm going to take a snipping tool over here and then I'm going to break it down. I know, guys, my speed is very slow today and you guys are feeling like, I'm wasting your time, but bear with me. Here. To start off, the ls command, first of all, it will tell you what command that you are looking at the manual pages. Okay? Manual pages basically means, how to use the command. List directory contents. It lists the directory contents, ls command. It tells you what the ls command does. And then it says ls command has different options. And then it shows you how to use the ls command. This is called synopsis or syntax. Syntax. So it says the way you use the ls command is you type ls. And if you have options, then you type the options over here. And then you can type the file name wherever you want to apply this to. And if you don't give the file name, then if you leave it blank, then it is assumed that you want to list the directory. What's in the current directory. And now these are all the options that you can use with this ls command. So in my previous example, I said ls -a. So let's take a look at the A option over here. What does the A option stand for? All. It says do not ignore entries starting with the dot, meaning show me all hidden files. all hidden files. Okay. And then the second flag we said was L. So let's see what's the L stand for over here when you come into the listing. What does this say over here? L is for the long listing, long format. Okay. So if I quit out of this and I say ls-al, and that's what I see over here on my screen. Right here. ls, hey ls command, show me all the files and their long listing, meaning details. And if I break down this information over here, right over here, let's take it into the snipping tool over here. I type the ls command, and then I type the two options with the ls command. These options are called what? Flags. Do not call them options. I would say use them, say them flags, because somebody's going to say in your team, hey, can you use this flag with this command? And then you're going to be looking around. So let's learn the technical language. These are all flags. What does the flag A do and what does the flag L do? Flag A means show me all files, including the ones that start with the dot. See, the dot files in Linux are called hidden files. Okay? You see some of these files that start with the dot, 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 they are called hidden files. So the ls command, if you do not type the A flag, it will not show you all the files that start with the dot. It will not include all the hidden files. And then the L flag, ladies and gentlemen, is for the long listing. The output that you see on your screen over here, this is all the long listing. It gives you detail about every file and directory. So far, so good. You guys are with me so far? Okay, I see no momentum from this class going on over here. Now we're going to see how to interrupt this information, how to break down this information. Let's take a look at this desktop over here. All right. Let's go to the pink color. All the way to the left, all the way to the right side is the name of the file or directory. All the way to the right side, you always will find the name of the file or directory. So these are all the names of the file and directories that we are looking at. All the way to the left side, you will see whether they are a directory, if they start with the D, and whether they are a file if they start with the dash. Directory, dash means file, directory, file. So now you learn real quickly how to differentiate between the file and the directory. So if I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, over here, the pictures over here is the name of a file or a directory. Is it a file or is it a directory? That's a directory. Beautiful. Let's talk about over here, this guy over here. The name is file. Is it a file or is it a directory? It's a file because it starts with the hyphen, with the dash. It's a file. Come to this guy over here, documents. That's the name of the file or directory? Is it a file or is it a directory? It's a directory. And while I'm on this topic, ladies and gentlemen, and if it's not too much information for you, let's break down. What is this? What is this? And what is all of this over here? Let's break it down. Well, by looking at this over here, what can you tell me? By looking at this over here, what can you tell me? This is a timestamp when the file or directory was created or last updated. Timestamp. You know how files keep record when you write them, when you modify them, they have a record in them. Because you want to see when was the last time I modified this file. Sometimes I'm working on 2-3 documents, same document, and I save them. And then I'm like, oh, which one was the latest one? I completely forgot. But then I look at the timestamp on that file and it says that, oh, May 2nd or May 17th. Which one is the latest file or directory that we created over here? Well, we have two files over here. Dot less sh no dot less hst, which was created on May 17th, 12:44, about 5 minutes ago. And then there's another one called file May 17, 12:38. And the next thing over here is the size. How big is your file? And the size given is in kilobytes. Kilobytes or bytes, I believe. One of these. So this file over here was created on May 17th, 12:38. And this says the size is 0. Okay? Size is 0 over here. And now let's talk about what are these two things over here. What are these two sections pointing to? This section points to the owner of the file or directory. And this one is a group. So if you remember, my username is, let's come back over here. How do I know my username? Well, if I look over here, that's my username. I can also type the command ID or who am I. So it tells me that I am logged in as Asad123. And so this over here, it shows that this file over here is owned by, I am the owner, Asad123 is the owner of this file. And then the group is Asad123 too. I'm going to explain the grouping later on. But you understand the account, right? Username, ID. This is my ID. So whenever I create a file with my ID, it's going to be under my name. It's going to belong to me. No matter where I create that file, what directory I create that file in, it's going to be under my name. And so let's take a look at this. Let's go to the directory called bin. And let's type over here ls-al. And I'm going to take a snipping tool over here real quick, and I'm going to ask you guys questions, and I'm going to see how many of you are smart in this class and how many of you are slow like me. I want to tell you one thing, folks. I am very slow at learning, but once I learn something, it sticks to my brain because I teach it to somebody. And when you teach it to somebody, it's like putting a stamp on your knowledge that will never go out of your brain. Okay. Question. This entry over here, what's the name of this entry? znew, of course, znew. Is znew file or a directory? It's a file. Who is the owner of this file? And what group it belongs to? Root. When was this file last created or modified? And what's the size on this file? 4581 bytes, I believe. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. All right. Here's the challenging one. What is the name of the file over here? That's the challenging one. There's always something challenging in life. What's the name of this file, ladies and gentlemen? Well, this file name is ZSTD. And what is this? Is this a file or is this a directory? This says here L. It's a link file. It's a linked file. As you can see, this is the actual file. It's like a shortcut. This is the actual file. And then somebody linked it to this name over here. We're going to learn links. They are very powerful in Linux. They're very powerful. So you guys understand now dash, D, and L. Okay, we're making good progress. Let's go. Let's go to the home directory once again. Now, I want to give you guys a test. mkdir class 2026. Now, mkdir, I will go to the temp directory and I will create a directory called class 2026. And I will give everybody rights to write to this directory. Go, every single one of you, go to the directory temp and then go to class 2026. I want to see how many of you are following with me. I want oh, there you go. There's always a smart kid in the class. There you go. There you go. Check it out, these guys. They are so anxious. They're so fast learners. I didn't even ask them what to do. These are the dangerous people, okay? When they go to work, they're going to mess up something because they're not going to wait for the instructions. Write down their names, guys. Okay? These are dangerous people. All right? You know, these are real dangerous people. So you know them. They messed up my plan. I had a plan for you guys, but they messed it up. But let's see. Let's see what they have done for us. Okay. And somebody is writing over here saying, I money want. Okay, Raza. Ali Raza, you're so passionate about money, bro. I like it. The terminal does not connect. Just log out and log back in, please. Okay. Let's understand what they did over here. Everybody, please pay attention to me over here real quick. And then we're going to move forward. Okay. Test time. Is this file or a directory? If you said directory, you got 10 points. Beautiful. Excellent. Tell me the owner of this file. Oh no, tell me the owner of this directory. This is a directory. Directory. Who's the owner of the directory? Right over here. If you said Ali Raza, you're 100% right. Ali Raza. Ghost of Bed-Stuy. Okay. Great. Bobber T. Bytefly. Oh yeah. Bytefly is Abdul. Okay. Bytefly is doing good too. I see that on the pulse. Shout out to Bytefly. You're doing good. Very good. Okay. Now the over here, Bobber. Is it a file or is it a directory? It's a file. When was this created? May 17th. What's the time? 12:56. Beautiful. Now, all of you guys that created your files and directories, remove them right now. Quickly. Remove them from this directory. How do you remove file? RM. How do you remove a directory? RMDIR. Go ahead. Let me see over here how fast you are. Let me see how fast you are. Now they cannot figure it out. Now the ghost fly, the bed-stuy, the barber sing, everybody's gone now. Here we go. These are the people who cannot figure out how to delete a file and how to delete a directory. Yet they jumped quickly to create them. This is what we see over here. This is how I'm going to roast you guys, okay? And Bale, what happened to you? You don't know the RMDIR command, dude? What happened? Bale 2. And this, whose file is this 777? Ali Khan, you don't know the RM command? Come on, bro. All right. So these three kids over here, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what their usernames are. Israr, Ali Khan, and Musharraf. They don't know the simple command RM and RMDIR. Okay? That's how I'm going to roast you guys moving forward. All right. So how about we try to delete stuff for them? Let's see. Bale 1, RMDIR. Because it's a directory, ls. Bale 1 is gone. And now we say RMDIR. Bale 2. Oh, he deleted it before I did. Okay, ls. Kamran, RMDIR Kamran. I got you, Kamran. Okay. ls, gone. Now we have a clear path over here. Anybody else want to take a risk of jumping the ship before the ship docks? Huh? Okay, let's go. At this point, I want each one of you to create a directory with your username, with your name, first name only. Create a directory for yourself in this directory by your name, with your name. So I got Abdul, I got Ahmed, I got Basil, I got David, I got Hamza. Okay, we're making progress. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, very good. So these are the people who are actually following me. You know, these are the people out of hundreds of the students that are logged in over here. These are the actual people that are following me. How many of them are there? Let me see. 28 people out of 117. 29 people are able to create a directory under this directory structure /temp/class 2026. Tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong over here. 32 now. 32. Only 30% of the class is able to follow what I have taught them in the last 20 minutes. Not last 20 minutes, to be fair, in the last 5 minutes. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Are you guys having a hard time creating a directory? or are you having a hard time going into the directory? I want you guys to talk to me in the chat. Yeah, of course. This is first time you guys are learning this stuff. Like I said, it's gonna need you 3-4 weeks. Your brain is not accepting this information right away. It's gonna take you time. Don't jump, okay? Do not jump. Imagine that how many people on this planet would be able to put up with this type of work, and the number of jobs that going to get created with the AI boom. How are we going to fill these jobs? This stuff is not for everybody. We're just creating ones in the slash temp here. So let's do this. I'm going to do this for myself. Let's just say I was in my home directory, and then my sensei, in Japanese the teacher is sensei, tells me to go to this directory. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to do it two ways. One, I am over here. I can get out all the way over here. I am going to do it the relative path. I can see I can go one step back. Dot, dot. This is relative. I'm doing things one at a time, not in a single shot. One at a time things, slowly, I'm getting out from one directory, then going into the previous directory. pwd, dot, dot. This is relative path. pwd, ls. Very good. Now he wanted me to go to the temp directory. So I am going to go to cd temp. I do not have to type this because I am already in this. I do not have to put slash all the time. The mistake that you guys are going to make, write my words. You will always start putting slashes on everything. Okay? I would tell you to go to some directory and then you will put the slash, even though you don't need to put the slash. That's a mistake you're going to make. So now I'm over here. I go to the temp, tmp, and I type ls. And now I want to go to the class 2026, which is right over here. I go to cd class 2026. What is the difference between the forward slash and the backslash? In Linux, we use forward slash, the one that you're using. In Windows, you use backward slash, this slash. That's the only difference. Backslash is used in Windows. Forward slash is used in Linux. So come over here. Now I can see that, you guys are creating directories over here. Beautiful. Let me just do a count over here. Okay, we got 46 over here. Okay, now you guys are over here in this directory. Those of you who had a hard time creating directory over here for your name. Now you're going to use the command. First of all, tell me, are you guys here? Temp/class 2026. You guys are here? Beautiful. Those of you who are struggling, talk to me. I like the people who struggle, because their brains are just, okay, where are you? The one who just said no. Which directory are you in right now? If you're new to this class, don't worry. We will give you help. We will give you private time tutoring as well. The system just logged me out. Go ahead, log back in. Don't worry. Log back in. There's always going to be people who have some experiences. There's always going to be people. What's the website? The website is os.linux.us. os.linux.us. Okay. Very good. Now you're in. Very good. Let's go to this directory. Just type this path. Type cd/temp /class 2026. Listen, I'm never going to roast the students who do not understand what I'm teaching them. It's my problem. If you're not learning what I'm teaching you, there's nothing wrong with you. There's absolutely something wrong with my teaching. I take full credit for that, okay? I take the responsibility for that. Therefore, I will slow down and I will give you the extra support available to you. The way we're going to do this is this. Every Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to come introduce new topics, and then I will go over those topics, just like what I'm doing over here, hands on, immediately hands on. And then you can, on Tuesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., you will be joining our live classes. Sime is going to be there. I'm going to be there. We are going to do the labs together, one step at a time, one step at a time. We're going to repeat like 5-10 times. First 4 weeks, once we start the paid program, it's going to be very, very slow learning, because if you don't get these foundations right, you're always going to struggle. So I never want to rush you. I want to make sure that directory structure is in your brain. The commands are on your fingertips and they are trying to make sense. You will be obsessed with this stuff and you will start to dream about files and directories, just like you had your first crush and you were dreaming about them. It's going to become your first crush, believe it or not. And if that happens, if that hasn't happened to you already, and if that happens, you know your own path to success. I promise you that. You're definitely going to dream about Linux. I promise you. And that's the indication that you're on the right path. So you come to this directory over here, and now you type ls. And you can see these are all your class fellows that created their directories. And we can see their names over here. Okay? And let's see how many of them are here. What? 560? No, that's the number of words I'm trying to find. Okay, I'm going to try to find the lines. About 60 people have created. About 60 people have created the directory. So now we're going to create the directory. The command is mkdir. And then after the command, I give the name of the file or directory that I want to create. So I am creating this for myself. I am going to give my name asl. I have just created a directory with my name. I want you to create a directory with your name. So you would type mkdir. But first of all, make sure that you are in this directory, temp class 2026. And then you type ls for the heck of it. And now you come over here and you say mkdir. And you put your name over there, whatever your name is. And then it will create that directory for you. Okay? Now I want every single one of you to go into your directory that you just created. So cd into your directory that you just created. As you can see, I was able to cd into the directory that I created, and it is asl. When I come here, I type ls command.
Asal bhai,
Yes.
and some folks are confused still. If like you created under temp class 2026,
Right.
so if I want to create class 2026 under temps, can I create?
No, you cannot create, because there could be only one file or directory with the unique name. If I have temp class 2026, this directory already created under the temp directory, then you cannot create that. But you can go into that directory and then you can create your own directory over there. So it's like a folder that you have in Windows. In my documents, you have my pictures, right? Let me show you over here. if I were to create another folder over here by the name my folder, do you think I can create another folder by the name my folder on the desktop over here? No, because then that's going to be confusion. So a directory in Linux is similar to it's folder basically, not similar. It is a folder. So what's the point of having two directories with the same name? It's a confusion for the system. Okay. So now we're gonna go and go back to my thing. Sambhai, any other question?
So another question, like in Windows, we can name with the space. In Linux, can I create a directory class space 2026? Would it be creating a single directory or would it be
Let's
creating two different directories?
let me show you here mkdir, and I'm gonna say Asad and my last name Akhtar. Is this going to create one directory or two directories? It will create two directories because the space is treated as you want to create two directories. If you type ls over here, you can see they are two different directories. Okay. What other question you have, Saimbhai? You are asking good questions.
So while we are here, so can we create another directory with the same name? If you have a directory Asad, can you create a file with the name Asad?
Okay, let me see that. So if you want to create a file usually, not usually, always contains the text. And directory contains files and directories, subdirectories inside. Think of directory as a folder. Okay. So if I say touch over here, touch command is used to create a file, empty file. And if I say touch Asad, the system is going to be confused because you already have a directory by the name Asad. So it's not going to entertain your request. It's going to say choose a different name for the file because you have a directory with that name. Oh. Oh no. So yeah, touch is a little bit different way to do this, but here, if I were to create this file, see, it says Asad is a directory. That means it already exists. So you cannot create a file or directory with the name that already exists in your directory. Okay? So that's the thing.
Touch is a silent command. It doesn't show any reaction or any output, any error on the screen. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah. Touch is not a good command to create files because it's new, stuff for you guys. We're giving you easy stuff. And it's going to take some time. These are all legit concerns. We all have been there. We all have struggled with this stuff. Literally 2 to 3 weeks you need to get this stuff into your brain. I cannot expect you to understand. I cannot expect you to understand right away because the structure is simply not there. Okay? And when we start the paid program, we will give you, a tutor, maybe a small group, 10 people working together. Okay? It's going to be a small class anyways. I feel like it's usually we have a very large class, but this time I feel like I managed to scare a lot of people from this class. So we don't have that many people. So you guys are lucky. Too bad for me, but you guys are lucky. It's not going to be that big class, okay? So Normally we have 150. Sometimes during COVID, I had 300 students too. So, but nowadays, people want to do easy things. I don't know how far the easy things are going to take them. Wait till the AI take over your job. Then you can have fun, sit home all day long, nothing to worry. And honestly speaking, the good thing that coming to your way is UBI, universal base income. Those of you who do not want to work hard and you want to live an easy life, the US government is going to give you $1,500 to $2,000 per month. Yeah, they're definitely going to give you that. 100%. It's coming. It's coming your way, I promise you, because the AI companies, no, it's called UBI, Universal Base Income. They're talking about it already. Because AI is going to kill a lot of the jobs that you are a secretary doing this, and you are doing some operational stuff. Anything that you are doing on your desk will be replaced by an AI agent coming soon in 2 to 5 years. And then the AI companies are going to make crazy money. They're going to put some of that money into your pocket. Just keep them happy. Give them $2,000. And so those of you who do not want to work hard, beautiful. It's per family, not per person, per family. $2,000. So you pay your bills, you have your rent, and then you work around your backyard. इस स्कूल से बैठो, मौजें, सूटा लगाया और सो गए. Have fun. And your life is gonna be beautiful. Okay? But there's gonna be some crazy people like me, like some of the people over here that already signed up for the program. These crazy psycho people, they're gonna be working hard. They're gonna be making $400,000, $500,000 easily because we have multiple skills. AI cannot replace us easily. Yes, eventually it will replace maybe 10. Well, yeah, that's what you want, right? If you don't want to work hard, $1,500, $2,000 is decent amount of money. But another thing that's going to happen is everything is going to become so cheap because robot will be producing things at the speed of light. Amazon is going to have robots working over there. China is already employing a lot of robots, humanoids. And, yeah. And humanoids are going to create things at the speed of light. So the laptop that costs you $3,000 today is going to cost you maybe $500. The $2,000 that you're going to get, is going to get you a lot of things. It's going to get you milk. It's going to get you bread. It's going to get you the sutta. It will help you. Believe me. So don't do the hard work. Take it easy, relax. Okay? Let's continue. I'm sure the person who complained about me the other day is going to be really pissed at me today saying, hey, this guy doesn't stop. But I think, isn't it my job also to educate you about what's coming your way? Okay? जहां से if you have this loop running, love you हो गया भाई जी. What's going on over here? Okay, let's go. So now we know the touch command. Now we know the mkdir command. And yeah, we're going to take a break over here for 5 minutes. I've been talking for so long. Nonsense talking. So we're going to come back. We're going to look at another command. We looked at the RM command. We're gonna execute this one. We're gonna look at the RMDIR. We're gonna also execute this one. And then we're gonna look at some MV command and possibly some CP command. All right, once again over here, I want to test your RMDIR skills and the RM skills. I want every single one of you to go to the temp and the class 2026 directory. Let's get in here. You could use the absolute path with the cd command /temp/class 2026. Hit enter and you will land over here. Do ls. I want all of you guys to quickly remove your directories. RMDIR Asad. Right over here. It says that I have stuff in my directory. So I cannot use the RMDIR anymore. Why? Let me show you over here. ls. I have two more directories in it. So I have to use a command which is more powerful, which will use this syntax. RM means remove, and then I'm going to use the hyphen. R means recursively, and F means forcefully. Forcefully means do not ask me questions. Oh, you want to delete this file? Are you sure it's not going to hurt your feelings? Are you okay for me to delete? None of that stuff is going to happen. It's going to just wipe it out. There's an article, a news rather. Maybe you guys can search it up right now. One guy destroyed his $1 million company with this command, rm-rf. He destroyed his millions of dollars company with this command. He wiped out the whole content of the company with the one command. And I have seen a lot of people lose jobs because they use this command rm-rf with a lot of privileges, like the root privileges, and they end up losing their jobs. So be careful whenever you're typing rm-rf. So let me talk about this real quick over here. rm-rf. Recursive means if you have a directory that has 50 other directories inside, just remove those. So let's come back over here. I'm going to go one step back. I am in this directory over here. And now I'm going to say rm-rf on my directory Asad. So my directory is gone. And now check ls asad. You could do ls on the whole directory, or you could do ls on a particular directory. It says, no, your directory is gone. If I do ls, I want every single one of you to delete your directory. Let's do this right now. So Ahmed, go ahead and delete your directory. I can see all the username over here. 123 Nazim, you have a file 123. I want you to delete that. Shafak, go ahead, delete your 2 directory over here, number 2 directory over here. Ahmed, go ahead and delete your directory, Ahmed. Ahsan, go ahead, delete your directory. Ali Khan, you have a file, you created a file, delete that one. Anabia, go ahead, delete your directory, which is basically Ahsan. And Anam, go ahead and delete your directory. Every single one of you, please go ahead and delete your directory. And I want to see how many of you are successful with this. Very good. I can see the directories are going down. Beautiful. You guys are doing great job. Excellent. Somebody created a new directory called Linux Game. So let me see who's this gentleman. Imadi. He just created a new file called Linux Game. No problem. You can have fun with this. Now, all of these guys over here, why they're not able to delete directories? Why they're not deleting directories? Why there are green color directory? That's not a directory over here. This is a file, and this file has the executable permission. That means it can run as a program. Why you guys cannot delete these directories over here? Ali Kasser, Ali Zadi, Anam, what's going on over here? You guys need my help? You guys need my help? Okay, what's the help you guys need? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Mostly, so but they're not putting space in between RMDIR and the name of the directory.
Okay, let's do this. Pay attention. The problem is you guys do not pay attention when I'm doing it. You start doing it right away. You have to see how I do it first, and then you got to do this. And like I said, it's going to take a lot of mistakes before you get it right. And I promise you, this is the hardest thing in Linux that you're going to learn. The hardest thing you're going to learn in Linux. Everything else will be simple concept and command, concept and command, concept and command. Okay. Now, very good. We're down. We're down. Anam, what's going on over here? Anam, take a look at this over here. I'm going to clear my screen and I'm going to come over here. Anam, take a look at my screen over here, okay? ls. Look, I am in this directory over here, class 2026, and I see your directories over there. I'm going to say RMDIR anum. RMDIR anum. And look, your directory is deleted, ls. There you go. Your directory is gone. Asfia, what's going on with you? I can say RMDIR, Asfia, and your directory is gone. Here, RMDIR, here. Okay, he or she deleted it. RMDIR, I, gone. RMDIR, Imad. It's not a directory, it's a file. I'm going to use the RM. Gone. RMDIR,
So if they
RMDIR.
have a file in the directory, so would RMDIR delete this file, this directory?
No, that's not an empty directory then. Then they would have to use the RM-RF. And let's just see over here. Let's assume this one has some files and directories in it. And now we're going to just copy paste this over here. RM-RF and then the name of the directory over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, he set permission, so I cannot delete that one. So let's do this one. RM Linux.
Just create a directory and put a file in it.
Okay, like we could do that. mkdir directory 1. Oh, what did I do wrong over here, folks? MDKIR. Great job, Asad bhai. Great job. You're good. You're excellent. Okay. Here. mkdir dir1. Go to dir1 and now create a file. Touch file 1 pwd. And now I have a directory dir1 with file 1 in it. Okay. Now I'm going to get out of this. You cannot be in a directory that you want to delete. You cannot be inside that directory. You have to be one step out of that directory. I am one step out. You can see I was over here earlier and I am now at class 2026. Yes, Zara, you see that? You found your mistake. Some of you were in that directory and you are trying to delete it. Listen, if you cannot add less and you cannot see that directory, how are you going to delete it? Let me show you. dir1. I'm in this directory and do ls. I don't even see dir1. How am I going to delete it? rm dir1. It doesn't exist. It's one step above. Go one step above. ls Now I see DIR1 over here. Oh, you guys are doing great. Now I'm down to 3-4 people. Okay. This is excellent. You guys are learning faster than I thought. I gave you 3 weeks. You guys are learning in 3 hours. Okay. I swear this is good progress. But I'm still going to teach you for 3 weeks this same stuff. Okay. You're going to hate me, but we're going to do it. Oh, now I'm going to say RMDIR, remove a directory 1. Read the message over here. One thing that I'm going to tell you that will make you super top-notch DevOps engineer, make the error message your friend. What you see on the screen over here is the error message. Make the error message your friend. Accept the error message in your life. Just like you have accepted other things in your life. You know what I'm talking about, right? We all have accepted some things in our life. Those of you who are married, you can relate to this more than, we all have accepted a lot of things in our life. So just like that, accept the error message in your life. Welcome it. Ajo, let's talk. We'll sit down. Okay. Error message is your buddy. Error message is your new love that you are looking for in your life. Okay. As long as you love error message is going to make your life beautiful. Okay. So the error message is our new love that we were looking for. So the error message says, failed to remove directory 1, directory not empty. Isn't error message so cute? It's telling you everything. Like your spouse who would never tell you what's wrong with it. Hey, what's wrong? Why are you mad at me? I don't know. Don't ask me. You never care anyways. Why? Go talk to your parents. So error message is not like that. Okay? Error message is telling you what's wrong with it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about over here? And I'm not just talking about girls over here. Okay, I'm talking about your spouse. Okay, I use the word spouse, okay? So error message is beautiful, and error message is saying, failed to remove directory 1, directory 1 not empty. What a beautiful poetic thing to say. I completely understand what it's saying. It is saying, yo, buddy, directory 1 is not empty. You cannot use the RMDIR command. You're going to use the RM-RF. RM-RF. Thank you, error message. You're such a great. And let's go. We were done. Okay. Now, you see, error message made my life a lot easier. Okay. Now, let's see these. Oh, we got an infrastructure guy over here. Who's this guy over here? Oh, okay. Yeah, Imadi. Imadi is doing some funny things over here. Shafak, what's going on with you? Why you're not able to delete your directory? Huh, Shafak? What's going on? Here, I'm gonna delete this for you. RMDIR. Shafak. Most likely. Error message. Once again. Why are you mad at me? Talk to me. What's going on? No, you don't care. Well, error message is telling you what the issue is. RMDIR failed to remove. So we're going to do RM-RF and the Shafak. Oh, well, she's playing games. She did not give me permissions, so I cannot delete her directory. Okay, that's a subject for another day. Now, once again over here, I'm going to go back and I'm going to create a directory called experts. And I'm going to give you guys permissions on the experts. Now I want you guys to go to experts, experts, and come over here and now create a directory with your name real quick. Daniel is there. Abdul is there. Algoba is there. Altaf is there. Bruce is there. Jahzeb is there. Raza is there. Nabila is there. Shane is there. Zara is there. Good. And Ali is there. Ali Zadi is there. Aisha is there. Beautiful. And we are sold out, ladies and gentlemen. The show is sold out. The show is sold out, ladies and gentlemen. Not really. We got Azishan, we got Raza, we got Muna, we got Isba. No, the show is not sold out, folks. Show is not sold out. Now let's go. How can I go to file, exports, and create my directory? It's not a file, it's a directory that I created. And the directory I created is under the /temp. So all you have to type is cd/temp/experts. Oops. You know, folks, I'm going to give you one magic formula. When you type temp and ex, hit the tab button, and it will complete the directory name by itself. It will complete the name by itself, so you do not make any errors. Let me come over here. I said cd/t and I hit tab. It completed temp for me. Then I said there is a C directory that starts with the C, and I hit tab and it gave me class. And now I'm going to put 2 over there and I'm going to hit tab. It's going to give me 2026. Now I go back over here and I say expert E and I hit tab key, expert. And if you do tab cd/tab, you will see all the possible directories in there. Great job. Thank you, Abdul. Appreciate that. Now let me go to my experts and see expert. Who deleted this? Somebody wiped out the whole directory. Experts? Okay, cd experts. Okay, experts. Okay, beautiful. Oh, excellent. So let's do this. wc-l ls/l pipe sign. 51 people are following with me right now. 51 people. Okay. So we can see all of these people over here that are following along. Some people are probably logged in from cell phone or something. That's the ratio. That's the ratio I'm getting over here. Anyway, now I want you guys to change your directory name from your first name to first name dot last name. First name to dot last name. So if I create my directory Asad, I'm going to change. Now I'm going to use the command mb space the old directory name, the new directory name. I give you guys my full name so you guys can Google me, find out things about my life. I'm sure some of you guys did that. How many of you did that already? You try to check, where is he online, what things he has done, how many tickets he has, how many properties he owns, the desi curiosity things, okay? Do not add me on LinkedIn. For now, there's a reason for that. You do not want to add me on LinkedIn. And And if you guys are transitioning into my paid program, I want you to start working on LinkedIn now when we start June 6th. There's a reason for that. I'm going to give you new life, new goals, new life. I cannot say new wife because some people get mad at me, but yeah, if that works for you, why not? But when we transition into the paid program, we definitely let you know what to do with that, okay? What about a new husband? Oh, that's a good one. A new husband? Okay. That's a good one. Okay, I like that. A new husband. What about a husband is a good deal. What about a new husband? I don't know about that. Brand new husband. Oh my God, you got yourself a trouble, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, the MV command moves a rename, moves or renames a file or directory. If you put the file name over here, this is the file that already exists. And then what name you want to change this to? New.file. This is used for file as well as directory. So again, I have a directory called Asad. I want to change this directory name to this name over here, Asad dot Akhtar. Okay, so this is my directory that exists right now. This is what I want to change to, new name. Now, all I gotta do is put the mv command over here. So mv command says, hey Linux, I am moving this name into this name. You see that? Moving the name from Asad to Asad.Akhtar. It's going to keep the same contents of my directory. Whatever's in my directory is going to be there. If I have 1 trillion directories and files in my directory, this one directory over here, it's going to go over here. So you can, the syntax is over there. Now I go back over here and I did it right over here. I want every single one of you to change your directory name from your name to your first name dot last name, or whatever you want to name it. And let me see how many of you are able to do this. Oh, there you go. Oh, excellent. Beautiful. Some of you did it, some of you guys did not do it. Some of you did it, some of you did not do it. Okay, that's your move command, mv command. Now I'm going to teach you a command called the cp command. Am I going too fast, folks? Am I going too fast? Please talk to me. My turtle kids, my turtle kids. There you go. My turtle kids, where are you guys? There's always a turtle and a rabbit in my class. Rabbit and turtle. Where's my turtle kid? Yeah. Yeah. So the rabbits are always in rush. They will always jump the guns. Turtle ones take their time to understand things, but they're slow and steady. Who wins the race at the end? Who wins the race at the end? Turtle wins the race at the end. Believe me, I have seen it year over year. year over year. And I have a beautiful story to share with you guys on the turtle and the rabbit. A real story that happened to me when I went for Hajj to Saudi Arabia. But I'm not going to share it with you guys because you guys don't like my stories anyways. So come back over here. Let's learn a new command. We are going to copy some files. We are going to copy a file. Let's say if I have a file over here under some directories, and I want to bring this file into my directory somewhere over here, how would I do this? How would I do this? So the command is very simple. The command name is cp, and then the file that you want to bring and where you want to bring this to. This is the file location where the file exists already. Yeah, you can do this with the absolute path, or you can do this with the absolute path is better, a relative path. So if I gave you guys, go into the directory that you created under the experts, go into every single directory that you created, go into that directory, and then type cp, and then type this path. I want you to bring this file, etc password, and then take it to the /temp/experts/ your username, your directory name, whatever you have now. For me, it's asad.akhtar. So copy this file, this one, which is under the etc under root, and bring it all the way over here, right here. Oh, the security policy. Oh, okay. How about I give you guys a file? How about I give you guys a file over here?
Etsy hostess is a fine accessible.
That's accessible?
Yes, that is. Etsy hostess, that is all.
Hey, so let's do this, folks. Let's read the file etc hostess, cat etc hostess. You see this file? Cat etc hostess. Cat is another command that I gave you. In order to read the text file, you use the cat command. So you see how I said cat, and then I gave the whole path to the file? I can read this file. I want you guys to all read this file right now. Read the file right now. Read the file right now. And let's go ahead and copy this file into your directory. cp/etc hostess. This is the file that I want to copy, right? Where do I want to copy this to? Under /temp/experts /my directory asad.akhtar. For you, you would replace your name over here if you have a directory under the experts. And I hit enter. And if I do not get the error message, then I'm good. Now I'm going to go to my directory, cd experts, and then I go into asad.akhtar, and I do ls, And you can see the hostess file is over there. And now I can read the hostess file. Can read the hostess file. Right? I'm going to stop over here for a few minutes and I'm going to take questions from you guys.